Well, I was actually asked the question, and it seems that the question is asked more and more about finance. So I just said, look, years ago, like our parents or their parents in London, you could probably buy a house for like, what is it, 30 grand? Do you know what I mean? So it was all about, I don't know, everyone wants to be a millionaire. And then they asked me about finance. I just said, yeah, but I think as I've got older, I said it's so hard to buy houses and that now. Like, you buy a flat in London or a house, it costs you like 800 grand, stamp duty, you've lost £1 million. So I said, you have to set your ambitions higher now because the landscape of the living costs and the way things are moving where I live is different. So I said, instead of just wanting to be a millionaire, you have to set it to be a multi-millionaire or a billionaire. And I think that's just some sound advice. Do you know what I mean? If I'm going to tell your little boy, I say, listen, son, aim to be a billionaire because it's getting harder out here. Do you know what I mean? If you want to take care of your family and so on, you've got to set your goals higher. And that's what it was, just sound advice. And I think with me, what I've learned is that any little thing will make like a massive deal out of it. And that's what we learned in this interview already, is that you can't please everyone. So where I was coming from, I stand by it and I don't change it. I would love to become a billionaire. And I stand by that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that was the message behind it, is that the landscape has changed, so you have to change your ambitions because things are getting a lot more expensive in today's day and age.
So we saw Klitschko react on social media to those comments, and a couple of, say digs, but a couple of responses back to that. So where do you think, someone who's made a lot of money out of the sport himself, where do you think he was coming off from what he was saying about your comments?
A pure point of view is that, and I agree, like, I'm not like flashing and that, like, do you know what I mean? He's just saying, I think he's saying that boxing isn't about the money. But if you're asked about money, you answer accordingly. And that's all I did. So yeah, so I agree, it ain't just about the money. But if you're asked about, you ask me questions and you ask me about being a billionaire and I've just answered you. But that doesn't mean I'm about the money, I'm just answering your question. And that's all it is.
So it's not a statement unless you're asked that you'd purposely just come out.
Like, I ain't a billionaire, maybe in pesos, but not in pounds. You know what I'm saying? So like, I can't relate to what being a billionaire feels like, but I'm just going to answer your question and be like, it would be good to be, because you can get all the things that you never had.
True story.
True story, bro.